Good morning, everyone. We're down here at the Sacred Grove. Under the sacred trees by the sacred creek, having a sacred moment. Let's talk about your plans and your attempts to give up, let's call it a bad habit. Or like one of my principles is to not be involved in any destructive or useless activity. What would be useless activity or destructive activity or a bad habit? Maybe you're trying to give up cigarettes. Maybe your attempt is, well, I'm not going to play video games all day today and ignore my family. Maybe what you're giving up is pornography. Watching pornography. You know, you get up in the morning and this is your plan to watch pornography all day. Again, you're ignoring your family. It's an activity that ignores your family. Or you isolate yourself if you don't have a family and you don't go out and interact with the world. Plus, it has a terrible effect on your relationships. Maybe today's the day you say, I'm not going to go gambling all day, right? Whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about. You have an idea what you're trying to give up, get away from, quit. Some people could quit, give up, get away from things, what's called cold turkey. Not a lot, but some people can do that. Other people need to cut back, little at a time. That works as well. And sometimes we fall short. What is that? What happens? Why is that? I'll give you an example. On this channel, I'm real. I don't hide things. Like, I vape. I used to smoke cigarettes. I started smoking when I was 9. I'll be 66. So I've been vaping for a couple of years. Once in a while, for whatever reason, I don't run into town to get vaping pods, so I go down the street and get a pack of cigarettes. And I know it's not good for me because the next day I'm hacking. Vape, and I learned this from a cessation counselor, vapes have less nicotine. He said, they're still not good for you. Are you smoking them flavored or plain? I said plain. He said, that's good. The flavored ones have all kind of stuff in them, chemicals, metals, but they're still not good for you. How long does a pod last you? I said 2 days. And he had a chart there with nicotine levels compared to the cigarettes I would normally smoke that I didn't smoke for a while. And he said, well, that's pretty good. I think he said it's less than a half a pack of cigarettes a day. One pod lasts in 2 days. So anyway, I still to this day, in my morning routine, and I'm getting ready to walk out the door to get the dog ready and come down here to the Sacred Grove. I mentioned this before. I've already done my 5 to 10 minutes meditation on the deck. I call it meditation. It's just sitting in silence. My thoughts flow, they slow down, then I collect my thoughts. What's important today? What do I got to do today? There's a few dishes left in the sink. I always rinse them off. And I may cut my grass, but it's going to be hot. And if I do, it's going to be late at night. And then I come down here. So when I'm leaving my house, I only bring the phone because I'm going to make a video. I don't put my debit card, ATM card in my pocket, or money, or driver's license, or anything. I just bring my phone. And the phone holder, obviously. So I'm walking out the door this morning, and all of a sudden, a reflex. I stopped. And I don't want to say it was a voice, because you'll say I'm hearing voices. A voice says, you forgot your debit card. You need to buy cigarettes. You have no cigarettes. Follow me? Oh, I'm trying to get Ace, I can't. And then I realized, actually I had to say to myself, no I don't. I have these vapes. All right, I bring a vape with me too. I forgot that. Anyhow, we have these routines grooved, into our mind. And I had to go over this in my mind, because this is how I break a bad habit or an old habit. Typically in the morning, I'd be almost out of cigarettes, grab my debit card, my money, head down the street to the dollar store and buy cigarettes. It's been a long time since I've done that every day. But yet the thought's still there. The thought's still there from a ingrained routine. I just said, no, I'm not buying cigarettes. Self-talk. And I came down here. And I didn't buy cigarettes. You could say I resisted the urge. You could say I resisted the temptation. You could say I was tempted by the devil. Some people, that's their excuse when they fall short. But I wasn't. It's how the mind works. Based on a routine. Do what you have to change up a routine. Maybe buy a new coffee cup or tea cup. Maybe you go and get a Gatorade or some kind of drink in the refrigerator, and chances are you put it on the second shelf on the right-hand side. Well, now start putting it on the bottom shelf on the left-hand side. Get it? Wear your shoes or your boots or your sandals or whatever you wear. Move them somewhere else. Well, that's a pain in the... Oh! Yeah, it is. But you're really deflecting that urge from the subconscious to continue doing the same thing that leads to continued activities that are destructive or useless. Make it an amazing day. Have a good one.